Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles, and this is episode 2 of our Flashback Friday playing on the Almosta Farm map. Now, as you remember, in the last episode I deleted our farmhouse, but that was so I could place it in another place. And we're now up on the top level, and as you can see, we have our house back. So this is where the sheep pen used to stand, but right now I've got it up here. I'll still want to do some landscaping and things like that up here, but that's where we are right now. We left off in our oh, I forgot to put that on again. Excuse me. I will put the run multiplier on to make it faster. So yeah, that's better. So the last time also, if you remember, this fence used to extend all the way down here to where this road is. I just kind of opened this up a little bit so we can get through a little bit better. We harvested our wheat field over here, and I said I was going to go ahead and bale it up, and as you can see, everything is currently in bales here. So the first thing we need to do today, though, is I have left the tractor over here, and we have 16,828 liters of wheat in the trailer here, and we are going to go and sell that today. So I'll take you with me, and I'll see if I can remember by memory how to get to the place where we're going to sell this. We're going to go right up here. I may have to do it in cab for some of this, because I think it's right here that we turn. Well, either way, we'll get there eventually. Yeah, I have to do it in cab because some of these trees, the limbs are hanging pretty low, and it's kind of hard to see. That big field, we're just passing the end of it here on our right. Another field, fields all on either side of us here. I think field 92, if you look on the mini map, is the one where we turn after the, or is it 92? Maybe it's 93. Yeah, I think maybe it's 90. Yeah, it's 93 when we run into 79 there. And you see there in 79, if you look at that off to the right of us now, you can see that red in that. That's the sorghum. So yeah, right after I recorded the last episode, what I discovered was that I remembered right after I stopped recording the last episode what those other crops that I couldn't remember are. They are that one that I pointed to is millet, and sorghum is the one that looked like it had like berries on top of it and everything. Okay, so here is where we're selling this. So sorghum, the one that I couldn't identify just by the look of it there, that was next to the rice, is rye. So it's millet, sorghum, rye, and rice on the end there. And so I didn't even remember you know, the reason I didn't remember the sorghum, or I wasn't thinking of it down on that end, is because I had, I guess, forgotten, I guess, that that sorghum was not one of the base crops, I guess, in FS19. I guess that was added as a base crop in 22. And yeah, I had totally forgotten that. So in 19, that was a, you know, that was a new crop. But as you can see, we'll get out and look at it since it's right here. See this red color? This is the, oh, this is millet, actually. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the sorghum in this has a bit of a red color to it too. So, yeah, so anyway, this is what millet looks like when it's ready to harvest. This is not our field, so we won't be doing that unless we take it on as a contractor or something. So we have sold our wheat, and that's gotten us up to 53,000. We'll get back over to the farm and we'll hook up with the bale loader. And we'll look at getting our bales sold as well. Need to try and get see how much money we can get back into the account, because there are some more things that I need to place on the farm in order for us to continue. So here in the beginning anyway, it's always going to be trying not to run out of money as we get everything down, but once we get everything going, the money will start flowing in pretty nicely. Yeah, see, here is where I was saying it's easier to do it in cab, because you can't really see if the road takes a sudden turn or something. You're going straight into a tree, and you won't even know it until you just stop and you wonder what stopped you and have to go and look for that. Now, as I have told you about all the extra crops in here, I also want to say that after I found out Kaz64 had made this map, I kind of did a search for Kaz64 to see what other maps Kaz64 might have made, and I had played one of them before, Lucas Island, and it had some extra crops on it too. I know that coffee was on there. I believe maybe mustard was on there too. Sorghum, I can't remember what all else was on that. But I found out that Kaz64 also made a map that was called, see, what was it? It was like the old Kiwi Farm. Let's see, operating position. And but Old Kiwi Farm. Now, Old Kiwi Farm, as I discovered when I downloaded that and I looked at it and considered it as a map to play for this as my first one, because it was a map I had never played before, because it had all of the crops that are in this, plus it had white grape, it had kiwi, and it also had tomatoes. Now, those weren't the kind of tomatoes like you grow in the greenhouse like we're used to in 22. It was tomatoes that you could actually plant in your field, and you harvested those with a harvester. So yes, there is a map in FS22 or in 19 rather here, where we harvest even more. We can harvest even more crops, have even more of a variety than we have on here. It's just that I like this map so much, and I kind of like the look of this map better, I guess, better than the Kiwi, the old Kiwi farm map. So okay, and that has us full. So going to go back into operating position. Yeah, the version of this bale loader, I think that's in FS22 will hold, like a third row. Basically, it stacks it in groups of 3 rather than groups of 2. But here in 19, at least the one that I have, there may be another mod for another one, but the one that I have is, will only hold 12 bales. So we'll get these. The sale point for these is down here at almost at the end of this road. We'll go past the road that we turn off on to go to the shop. And you can kind of see it in the distance there. It's the big red barn. You can see on the mini-map there are other sale points along the way here. I can't remember the names of all of them, but you got several sale points here along this road. But for straw, this barn down here is where we go. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh. And you pull all the way through to here, I believe. Oh, why is it not? I'm a little nervous about this. I could swear that this is where these get sold at. Let me double check this before I make a big mistake. Yeah, bale sales. Tag that place. Yeah, bale sales. That's where it's supposed to be. Let's try and go through this again and figure this out. I should be able, I would think, to sell the bales here, but I never had the icon didn't pop up for it, so. Oh, can we fold that back up? Wow. Okay, let's see if we can pull in. Okay, it sold some, I guess. Okay, it looks like it sold them anyway. It's given us a little bit of a challenge with it, but it did it anyway. I didn't remember this. I didn't remember this piece of machinery being quite so difficult to use in that barn, but maybe it was. Anyway, let's get back to the farm, and then we'll load up with the last of the bales and get those sold. We are currently just short of $57,000. And hopefully that'll give us enough money to keep going. And anyway, I will see you back at the farm. Okay, we have the last of our bales here. It's all of 5 bales left off that field, so we'll see. We'll get our final total. Okay, so apparently no marker is going to pop up in here. I just have to trust that it's going to sell. Okay, and it did. So $1,400 to that. So $58,310 is what we have to work with. Okay, fold up. There you go. Yeah, had to wait for it to fold up there because knowing my driving, I would have rammed the edge of it into the barn on the way out. So anyway, I'll do another cut here until we get back at the farm. There are some things that we need to put down so that we can proceed. Okay, and we are back at the farm. We need to add some things to the farm here desperately because we bought this a lot of this machinery used, especially the tractor and the harvester. They were in need of repair, so we've done that, but they are also very short on fuel. So I think the first thing we need to do is maybe put down a little fuel pump. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll just stick it right here next to the silo. Shouldn't be in the way. Maybe give a little bit of extra room there just in case. There. Okay. And the next thing we need to put down is a buying station. So you can see that list at the bottom here, all these different things that we can buy. Some will be more important than others. Mostly it's going to be seed, fertilizer, and manure that we'll end up buying from here. And that I want to put, I think, right here. Oh, let's see. And I always forget there's a difference between FS22 and 19 about turning objects. So I think I want to put it right there. Okay. So that means that right away, since our field is empty over here now, okay, first thing is I'm going to stop by the fuel here, and I'm going to fill with diesel. Yay, done. Nice and fast. $531 for that. Down to 46,000. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough to put down. We've got a few more things to put down, so I think we've got enough to do that. Oh, come on. Back up straight, Charles. There we go. And we're going to come over to our filling station. We'll open the cover on this. There was always something neat to me about having the TARDIS on the. Let's see. There we go. You know, having a TARDIS on the farm, and that mod that I have downloaded, the pack actually comes with a buying station, a selling station, I do believe, and a silo, and quite a big capacity on that too. So let's go ahead and unfold that. It's currently set for wheat, but we are not doing wheat. We are going to wheat, barley. You know, you can see the crops here: wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, grass, carrot, onion, millet, coffee, mustard, sorghum, rye, and rice, and then back around to wheat. So I think I went too fast and went right past it. I think we're going to start with some coffee. And this is a direct drill, so we don't have to cultivate or anything in between. And look at that, we are planting coffee. And having been a while since I've played this map and stuff, I can't remember. I know that it's a pretty that coffee is a fairly high yielding crop. Man, I just can't get this to. Has my steering reset on this? This is so weird. Okay, I'll get that. Since I'm having trouble keeping my steering straight, I'll just put that on a worker. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead, so I don't get run over by the drill, I'm going to go ahead and tab to this tractor and then immediately get out of it. You know, or actually, I'll go ahead and yeah, that little squeal of the brakes on there makes it seem pretty realistic to me. I don't know. Okay. I just want to clear. Okay, I just wanted to clear that away. Maybe I've got my volume up. These tractors seem awfully loud today, so I'm going to turn my volume down a little bit. And yeah, now I can hear myself a little bit better. Let's see. I need to also get into this tractor. Take off that weight real quick. Okay, take the shovel off the front, and let's go get this pallet fork over here. Take care of all these little things before or while our helper is drilling the field over there. Okay, I'll go ahead, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to go ahead and fill this harvester. I wonder if the range is enough with the header on here to... I guess it is. $528 there. Okay, a few more things I guess we need to place down. Let me see how much room I actually left. Not a whole lot. Between this pole over here that's sitting here not doing anything, so that'll take care of that. Now I need to get out of the way because it doesn't like to place things where I'm standing. Okay, and we've got a water source now. Now here's the flower nursery greenhouse. So I want to put go around this way a little bit. Let's turn it here. Can't tell how straight they are. I'll do that. And I will do that. Hard to tell. Unless I go to the side, it's really hard to tell, you know, how in line they might be and stuff like that. I got them pretty close, I guess. Pretty close. Anyway, there's two of those laid down. So now we can get back into our little tractor here. Okay, and we'll put some water. You need to provide these greenhouses with two things: water and manure. So, but they are very, very productive. It's going to be one of our big money makers that's going to allow us to progress, a little quicker than maybe you would be able to without them on this farm. Okay, so that's gotten the water topped up on these. So I will take the water tanker back over here next to the source. Go ahead and fill it, and I was going to disconnect it. And now you'll see this dumper will come in handy because we are $66 worth of manure. And we use that dumper to dump the manure straight into here. Now, we do have a tractor with a bucket and everything. I personally am absolute garbage at using the front loaders and the buckets and everything like that. So, I didn't find this tractor. I actually saw it. The first farming simulator video that I saw was Daggerwin when he started his vintage survival series in FS19. And he had this tractor, and as soon as I saw this, I saw how useful it was, to have that. I mean, it doesn't have a very big capacity, but for something like this, for pulling a water trailer and for dumping the manure in, this just seemed like a fun kind of thing to have. I mean, you can dump this and without having to reload so much and everything with a trailer that has like a side dump or something like that. But you do have to get it, exactly in place, or it'll dump it outside the manure container here. Yeah, and then you can't back away. It kind of locks the tractor in with that flap that goes down, so you can't really back away from it until it's done. So there we have that. Now let's go over here. We'll open, and you can see we have some lovely flowers in here. Now these, both of these, I know it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's fun anyway, because I'm not looking like, here again, I'm playing with cheats and shortcuts and all of that. I'm just having fun. These flower nursery greenhouses will, each one of them will produce about $1,000 per hour. So, here I guess for as long as we keep water and manure in it, then we're making from the two of these $2,000 an hour now. And hey, if CEOs of companies can make more than that an hour on their pay and everything, then surely we can too. Oh, this is finished already. Okay, so we have coffee. We have coffee that is growing. my tractor and everything has gotten dirty, so I have a mod called Instant Wash, so I can just hit a button and now I have clean tractors. I know that can be done with and I was actually doing it on FS19. I was doing it with a pressure washer, like most people do. And I was watching, I can't even remember who it was now, I was watching a video that they had made of, was it like 10 or 20 mods that they couldn't play without or whatever, and the Instant Wash was one of those. So as soon as I saw it, I immediately went and checked that out and found that, because that is definitely something that was easier than they said they couldn't live without it. And then I used it on, I immediately got it, started using it, loved it, and then as soon as I switched over to FS22, that was one of the things that I went to look for. I was going to look for a lot of the mods that I had on 19, and as soon as it came out, modders hadn't really had a chance to convert anything over or do anything like that. So. Okay, now let's unfold this, get a little bit of mowing done here. We do have a field of grass. I probably will not keep it, but hey, it's ready, so. So we might as well mow. But yeah, as soon as I started playing FS22, I went, like I say, and looked for those mods, and they weren't there yet. And so eventually I kept checking back, and I think this one was one of the first of my normal mods that I found. Very, very excited to find this, because it is so nice to be able just to, as soon as you finish a field or something, or as soon as you notice that your tractor, your implements, whatever, have gotten dirty, you just hit the insert key, and it's gone. Yeah, this is more than what the actual field is, but I figure, hey, we'll go ahead and mow all of this, because eventually what we will do is join this field in with the field that we just planted the coffee into. And make one larger field out of it. Won't be especially large, but we'll squeeze what we can out of it. Okay, and I think we can probably do a little bit of maybe a montage, a jump cut, or a montage of jump cuts in this, and then I will come back and see you when it is done. Okay, and that gets our mowing done. Of course, if you may remember, one of the things I did in the beginning, in episode 1, in all the equipment that I got rid of our windrower. So I am going to have to look around and see what I can find to replace that. But I think this is where we are. I think this is going to do it for another episode. I am going to, I'll look for that windrower. I'll get it. I'll probably come in and maybe give you in the next episode a little bit of a little montage maybe of windrowing this up and baling it and getting it out. Then I'm going to have to get something. I also got rid of our cultivator and plow and everything. So unless I'm going to wait a while on this, and that may be a thing, we may have to wait until the next episode. And in the next episode, or the next day, I think in the next day our corn will also be ready to harvest. So we'll have money from that too. Now, something you may notice, one of the ways that I'm playing on here is that yes, I do have a silo. But I'm not. Basically, for all intents and purposes, I am not waiting for best prices or anything like that. I can plant any time of year. I'm not playing any kind of seasons or anything. But one of the things I am trying to stick to, and it's the way I played mostly when I was in FS19 anyway, is that I just sold everything directly off the field at the time when I harvested, be that bales or be that a crop or anything like that. The only exception to that was when I was, I think it was when I had the in my gameplay on this map before, where I had that big field across on the other side, and I had it all planted in either mustard or coffee. I think it was mustard, and there were so many loads coming off of that, and the harvester was filling up so quick that it wasn't feasible for me to make all those runs back over to the sale point, because I wouldn't make it back before the harvester was full again. And so what I started doing was just bringing my trailer over here, dumping everything into the silo, and then once the harvest was done, I was just taking trailer loads, when I wasn't waiting for best price or anything like that at that time either. I was taking, I would start an episode and I would take, or at some point during an episode, and I would take 3 or 4 loads, trailer loads over, and just every time I got on, or episodes I wasn't even recording at the time, but gameplay days that I was in, and I just slowly kind of whittled it down until and taking things over there and just taking whatever price it was. If we get any really big fields or anything, we may end up doing that again. I may use, if depending on animals that I put down, I may end up using this to put excess animal feed in that they didn't take in their, like if I got wheat for chickens or something, and they were full, but I still had half a trailer of wheat or something like that, then I would put all the wheat in the silo and save it for that. So anyway, that's how I am playing, and I think that's where we're going to leave it off for today. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you could help me out by going down and clicking the like button, subscribing, and ringing the bell to get notifications, it really helps the algorithm and helps get more people over to my channel, and I would appreciate that. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. If you have any maps that you would like to see me play in the Flashback Friday in the future, let me know, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.